Hello y'all, today I'll be going over some cards that aren't on Arena but legal in Pioneer that I think could have some effect on the Arena-only format, so let's get into it. So we've got some combo cards first here. Tome Scour, Hidden Strings, Lotus Field, Underworld Breach. That was the core of a Pioneer deck that got banned when Underworld Breach got banned. If Tome Scour comes to Arena, we already know Hidden Strings is coming to Arena, we can do something very similar in Historic and Timeless. Now, I'll be honest, I've got no clue what updates to the deck those formats provide, but hey, if something gets banned in a format as strong as Pioneer, because Pioneer is quite strong, then that is something to look out for. That is something to note. We've also got Retraction Helix, which is another Pioneer combo. This time it's not banned, which makes me think it has a little bit less of a chance to actually do something. However, Rona's a good card, Mox Amber's a good card. If you find some deck where both of these are great, you can maybe slot in a few Attraction Helixes. Also, Jeskai Ascendancy, you can maybe throw that into the mix. I'm very curious as to where these end up. Got some lands here. Urborg, there's nothing really much to note there. You would just play it in... You'd play it in various decks here and there if you got a decent bit of utility lands in some mono black deck. Yada yada, so on and so forth. That's boring. Sanctum of Ugin is actually quite interesting. So the first card that came to mind, I put it on here, Metalwork Colossus. So this actually sees play in Metalwork Colossus decks in both Modern and Pioneer. So hey, that's something. Also, he could be thrown into an Eldrazi deck. We do have Ugin's Labyrinth. Yeah, Ugin's Labyrinth. Both care about 7 or greater mana cost spells. Again, excited to see where this is going. This is going to be a fun set. And I've got two glue cards. Bring to Light. We've seen what Bring to Light can do in Pioneer. It's a tutor, and its most common home is with Niv Misery Born, which is a deck that cares about multicolored cards. Well, in Historic Timeless, you've got Deathrite Shaman, you've got Flash, you've got Uro if you're playing in Timeless. Yeah. Oko, although Oko can't really be got off Bring to Light. Not even sure that really matters all that much. You got Teferi as well. So, yeah, whatever fun pile comes about, I hope it's strong enough because that does seem quite sick. Next, we've got Oath of Nissa, which it has seen play in Devotion. It stopped seeing play in Devotion, so that means I don't have high hopes for seeing play in Historic Devotion. However, I do believe it goes straight into Kethis combo. It did see play in Kethis combo before it got banned. It sees play in current modern Kethis combo, so I see no reason why I wouldn't see play in Historic and Timeless Kethis combo. And, hey, yeah, it's hard to understate how much of a glue card this is for the deck. It makes the deck so much more consistent, so much more smooth. Again, excited to see how that turns out. And now we've just got some various cards that see play in older formats, so they've got a bit of power baked into them, but I'm not really sure what the home would be. So Oval Chase Daredevil, very good, and with any kind of effect where you can discard a card to make an artifact, because this is just free discard fodder. The place it sees play competitively is Modern, so you got the Underworld Cookbook, you discard it to make a food, goes back to hand, you can do that every single turn. In terms of cards that are already on Arena, the only thing I can think of was Collector's Vault, so pay 2 mana, tap, draw, then discard, create a treasure token. So it's the same thing, but it costs mana, so a lot worse. But if there's any kind of discard artifact deck that's looking for some discard fodder, Oval Chase Daredevil will be a very nice tool to have. Goblin Rabblemaster doesn't see play nowadays, I don't believe, but it used to see play a lot in kind of the mono-red Stompy for Legacy. Well, that deck plays, Ancient Tomb Lotus Petal or whatnot, and the reason it's good is because you can get it out very early, and Legacy plays less single-target removal. You do have Ugin's Labyrinth. I don't know what kind of deck you can make work with those. You got Phyrexian Tower. Could see playing normal goblins. I'm glad we have the card on Arena. It's somewhat powerful, and I believe someday it could have a home. But, yeah, we'll have to see where that goes. Day's Undoing. So when this sees play in Pioneer, it's usually in tangent with Narset, the Planeswalker, that prevents your opponent from drawing more than one card each turn. So You can see how this would work. They shuffle their hand into their library. It's like, oh, you can only draw one card, and you draw 7. Usually means you win the game. I don't think that's good enough for these. I mean, I'm sure people play. People try it in. People try it in Legacy, the Narset Days and doing thing. But if we ever get a more powerful or more playable draw denial, I will say Orcish Bowmasters actually doesn't work with this because when it ends the turn, all the triggers that would be on the stack just get exiled. So no, Bowmasters isn't the magic card we're looking for, but something a la Bowmasters. Then we could be cooking with fire here. The band. Okay. These are the cards that are banned in Pioneer. I don't believe they're being added, although they are kind of vague. And all the statements so far have been, I think. Nothing definitive. We do know there's bonus sheets, but they're all going to be Pioneer legal. I don't know if that means like legal and Pioneer as in not banned, or a Pioneer card, because these would all be Pioneer cards. Doubtful. I don't think they're coming to Arena, but let's just entertain the thought here. Ballista would be by far the most exciting, some kind of Hardened Scales deck. We have a lot of the pieces already. We've also got Heliod combo decks. And big mana decks can sometimes use this, would be good in a Karn board. Yeah, Cauldron decks of all sorts, doesn't have to be Hardened Scales, so perhaps some Yawgmoth configuration. Awesome card, great card. Even like Construct Tribal using there's like a 3-mana artifact where it comes in, you choose a creature, that creatures cost 2 less, and that was actually a vintage deck I saw. One of the key pieces was Walking Ballista, so fingers crossed for this. This would be by far the most exciting. We also got Felidar Guardian, which I think could also work. We're almost certainly getting Oath of Nissa. And Oath of Nissa is, being a glue card for this. Normally the shell is kind of like this good stuff pile, because you got Saheeli, Felidar Guardian, that's obviously the combo, and then you just fill with a bunch of good interaction and good planeswalkers and whatnot. And they usually play Oath of Nissa. So you can blink your planeswalkers, you can blink your Oath of Nissa every value, so it's not a horrible card on its own, and then obviously you blink Saheeli, it's like, ha ha ha, Infinite Cats attack you, I win. I think that could be a fun deck. I do hope it comes to Arena. Alright, the Balustrade Spy Undercity Informer package. We do not have Thassa's Oracle. That is banned in Historic. It is legal in Timeless. However, I don't see this actually being an issue in Timeless. I mean, we got Belcher. Belcher's kind of whatever. I mean, it's good, but this takes a little more. You also have to have the Thassa's Oracle in hand, plus the Balustrade Spy. It could be. I could see it being a deck. The other route to go would be to like have a bunch of dredge cards. Not dredge cards. Cards that do something when they get milled into the graveyard, and maybe you could also have another card in there that would shuffle your library, so it would be like this insane, get all your Narcomoebas out, deal 12 off your 4-mana sorcery that when it gets milled you do 3, gain 3. I don't know. I haven't thought too much about this. Definitely got potential here. Definitely got the power. And Verdict of Truth, I've got no hope for that, to be honest. That's just not gonna. When you gotta play the 4-mana Jason Historic, and it's just too slow and timeless using Thassa's Oracle, it'd be fun, but yeah, not much hope. And that's the end of that. Thanks for watching. I suppose write in the comments if you think I missed anything, and I'll see you all later.